Hey guys, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. Today is the third day of Eid. Basically, we're still on holidays. That's what I'm trying to say. And I have a fragrance review for you. Initial impression on new house that I haven't reviewed. I wanted for a long time. So I would like to say big thanks to brother Toslim, who lives in Middle East. He's a Bangladeshi, but he's on and off. I would consider him as a great community member and a very well wisher. We don't know each other very well, but we met few times and we know each other very well. But he is a very big support in my channel and also in fragrance community. Very nice person, humble person. So he got basically two fragrances yesterday. We had a meetup, and you guys know that we had like a sort of like a Eid, after Eid meetup with fragrance community members. Anyway, time is around 8:30, so early morning. So everything's peaceful and quiet. I'm enjoying this a lot nowadays, because usually that when the life will be back, everybody will be back on 5th. Now all the schools will reopen, the honking, everything is just horrible. But nowadays, even though it's hot, I'm enjoying the weather. So anyway, I was saying, this brother, so kind of him that he got me this fragrances for me to, try and review, because, he thought this deserves some, attention. And this house, as you can see, is blue Laverne or Laverne. I don't know how you go about it, but this one I have seen reviews on two channels before. Okay, one is sent on Shazil Malik Bhai and then Nixon Diaz, the Smelly Cat channel. So these two gentlemen, they live in the Middle East, Dubai, and they review a lot of Middle Eastern perfumes. I never even tried. So I wanted to try this because there's fair bit of hype on this, right? And this fragrance is said to be take on Bulgari Le Gem Collection Gyan or Jan. However that goes, I reviewed that long time back, but that was based on a sample set, right? So I don't have much memory of it, but I'll review this on its own. But I'm just giving you a little bit of a opening. So just thanks to dear brother Toslim Bhai. And I have another one which got sold on the meetup. I was supposed to review this, and I borrowed it from the brother who bought it, brother Syed Bhai. Thank you so much for lending me this. I'll review this next. Okay. So this one is called Lador Bakur. Okay. So there's another one called Laverne, Blue Laverne Bakur. I don't have that, but definitely I'll be reviewing more than this one in future. Right. So let's go. This is the 100 ml version. I believe they have two versions. Okay. One is 100, other one is 200 ml. And the 200 mls are much better value. In Bangladesh, they are being sold for somewhere like $70 for per 200 ml, and 100 ml goes for around $60. So they are not much different in terms of pricing, but the 100 ml is not really budget appropriate. But anyway, these are even more expensive in Saudi. And other thing, in Saudi is not same as Middle Eastern countries like Dubai. Dubai is much easier to bring the fragrances here. They are cheaper. But these ones, it's very difficult to source. So in Bangladesh, not many sellers are bringing this. Even if they sell, they're not going to be cheap. Okay, not like other brands like Latafa. I'm not going to rush. I'm sorry. I thought I would not make a very long video, but I will, because I feel like giving the information for potential people who want to buy this. So being in Bangladesh, this part of the world, many sellers will bring it, but the prices will be kind of high. So you say, oh, this is a clone house. Basically, they are making, high-end dupes or clones of many design niche perfumes with very prominent perfumers. I noticed some of them, and they are real perfumers, not like a done in lab or reverse engineering only. They did put thoughts and excellent performance all over, like quality house, right? So that's the emphasis. Saudi, made in Saudi, and getting hype. And I saw Nixon brother, he was talking about his top 10 favorite of this house. And he said this once you have to queue up basically outside this house in Saudi for 45 minutes just to get in. And people are coming out. Even these are not cheap. People are bringing like bags, handful of bags full of perfumes. So they are selling like hotcakes in Saudi. So, and the reason for me to take a look at it. Simple box, blue box. They have some pattern in there. This is, I think, EDP concentration. Trust me, these are really good performing perfumes. Okay. These are the boxes, and this one I believe is a cheetah or a jaguar. I'm not sure what animal this is, but it's pretty cool. At first it looks like a gecko, I don't know. But anyway, so the bottles, they have different looking bottles. This bottle looks like this. Okay. Kind of beautiful, I must say. Dark blue, my favorite color, and the name. And this one is raised. Okay, so basically what you get is like a crystal ball sort of a cap, which I believe is wooden, but not real wood. I don't know what this is really, like light cap. And atomizer is very, very fierce. Okay, let's show you the atomizer. Okay, very excellent atomizer. So I have been trying both the Lavernes. Okay, Laverne. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. The other one is in this strip, so I'm testing that. And on this paper, I put this one. Okay, so yesterday, last night, this fragrance is pretty strong on the paper still. Crazy longevity. Okay, so let it settle down. Okay, and this fragrance is quite interesting. Okay, just give me one quick second. Yeah, sorry about that. Just felt like clearing my throat a little bit, drank some water. Okay, so this one, notes breakdown, this was released when? I didn't check. I'm just checking right now. I was just testing it. This is 2023 release. This is the original OG, as per Nixon Diaz said. This one opens up with bergamot, lemon, bale rose. I don't know, bay rose, bale rose. I don't know. What's that? Bay rose, I think. Okay. Saffron, mandarin orange, incense, patchouli, leather, jasmine, cedar, and musk. So these are as per Fragrantica, and they are enlisted in Fragrantica. Check out all their fragrances. This one, it's a very, very unique one. So as I was telling you, I do not remember how the Bulgari smelled because that one I reviewed some few years back. So obviously not recent memories, and I did not really wear it that much from a sample, right? But Bulgari fragrances, let me tell you one thing, just fair comparison, okay? The Legend, I only own Tiger, and I reviewed a few. The Bulgari ones, they cost about $350, okay, if you get them cheapest. And if you buy retail, they can go pretty much 450 or more. So they are beautiful bottles. I give them that. The caps are amazing. Their presentation is mind-blowing. Atomizers are beastly. But for those, Bulgari, it's like a lot. In asking for a lot, you can get similar fragrance like Bulgari's, like Turati Blue, other ones. They're much cheaper dupe houses, but dupes are not the same quality. But then again, houses like Louis Vuitton, these kind of houses, they are asking for a price tag just for the brand image. Okay, so as opposed to that, if I say if this one costed like $60, let's say $60, some people say I paid $100, whatever the price tag, it's still way cheaper, one-third price of Bulgari. So the performance-wise, Bulgaris, they last a long time. I did try most of them last a long time, but these, I'm telling you, the performance is crazy. Last night, I had the meetup. I came back. We had a home sort of dinner with our relatives, and then I went for night walk, like not evening, night walk. And then I walked about 7,000 steps. It was nice nice breeze. It was really projecting. It moves around in the air, but it was humid as well. It was hot. So basically, in the humid, windy situation, this fragrance performs so well. I can so see why Middle Eastern houses sort of they get popularity because of their performance. This one pushes insanely good. I think this is one of the longest lasting fragrances in my collection in Middle Eastern, from Middle Eastern houses. So I will compare a little bit with this one, Hawas Fire, performance wise. If you know the potency of this is pretty close to that. And even in terms of smell, there are some common elements. Okay, so when I smell this, I definitely smell the lemon. First thing is lemon. And it smells little bit, reminds me of March by Hamad Al-Maghribi, which I have somewhere at the back. Forgot to take it out. That one has, I think, rose, leather, something velvety, which is common with this. And some elements of, I'm just let you know what I think, Hawas Fire, which is, I think, discontinued now. So you get this nice, fruity, citrusy, rosy, all these things hitting at the same time with a Middle Eastern vibe. And the Middle Eastern vibe is like Middle Eastern breeze. I've been to Dubai airport once, so I cannot consider that was sort of like, stoppage, or you can say, what do you call those things, like you stop, and then you take another flight. I went UK that time. I stopped by Dubai. So Dubai the airport smell like incense, bakur, perfumes, like Middle Eastern perfumes. But outside, I don't know how the weather is, but people tell me it's hot, but it's breezy, and nighttime it's kind of cool. So Middle Eastern sort of breeze vibe, this one gives me. And if you know Middle Eastern perfume, this one has plenty bit of it, like a lot of it. On my skin and paper, there are two different stories. On the paper, it smells much safer. Okay, it smells like at first when you spray it, you'll be like, I don't know what I'm smelling, like that. It's like a freshie, maybe just a bit fruit and a bit of rose. Moment I put it on my skin, I think this fragrance is going to react differently on different skins. On my skin, when I was sweating, walking, this fragrance was projecting beautifully. I will not say this is summer appropriate much, but at night time, if it's a little bit breezy, if it rains, and in winter, this is going to be a beauty, and it's going to last easily over 14 hours, I'm telling you. But in summers, it gave me pretty much on the paper whole night. It's now, I sprayed on at around 9 p.m. right now. It's about almost 9, right, 9 a.m. So 12 hours, let's say it on paper. On the skin, fair to say 8 hours plus, right? So performance is top notch, great performer. But the scent development is very strange. At first you're smelling all those roses, citruses, lemon, orange, all those things, right? But on the dry down, it goes incense, bakur, it goes a little bit like leather. And that point, I'm reminded of March. March is a bit more potent out there. This one is more airy, right? So you can say it's a blue Middle Eastern style fragrance for nighttime. Okay, it's like those Arabian nights, right? So interesting perfume. I told the brother Toslim, I put it out on my page. I'm telling you, I always am transparent. I said, brother, I'm going to put it on my page for Decant. If anybody is interested, I'm going to keep the bottle. Okay. Otherwise, I will return it to him, because at this time I'm trying not to buy so many perfumes. But yeah, very good introduction. Even the other one that I'm going to talk about next, this one, it's even more interesting than this. This is more fresh and fruity compared to this. But when you talk about OG, remember one thing, OG means is the big brother. Like Fahrenheit is the big brother to all the flankers. Or you can say fragrances like, what else fragrance comes to mind? Hmm. Hermes, Terre d'Hermes, the big brother of all the flankers. So when you talk about big brother, he's going to be the elder one. He's going to be the first one in the family. And they will always have something original, unique about them. No matter how many flankers come out, it will be a very difficult task for them to be as great as the eldest brother. You know what I mean? So this one smells like the elder brother in the family. I want to try the Bakur version of this, okay, because they made quite a few perfumes. I'm interested more in the men's segment, not the women's one. But this perfume, I'm telling you, you need to check out Scent On channel as well as Nixon Diaz review for this perfume, because they explained it really well. And I would say big thanks to Shazil Malik bhai. One thing about him, I'll tell you, Scent On, he is one criminally underrated perfume reviewer. Reason being, he reviewed a lot of fragrance introduced in the market, like Ahmed Al Maghribi, maybe this one, maybe a few of the other houses that we review nowadays. But we got to know about these fragrances from this channel. So I mentioned these awesome guys because they deserve the credit. Okay, not just perfumers, not the fragrance itself. Because if not for these reviewers, maybe we wouldn't get to know about this, or maybe wouldn't be hyped as much. Okay, so it's super hyped, it's super selling in Saudi for a good reason. And I'll tell you one last thing before I finish this review. This one is a projector like nuclear. Okay, it projects like 3 hours, 3.5 hours. So when you spend that kind of money, $60, $50, even 100, you want performance. This one performs. And if you do not know about Saudi, Middle Eastern countries, their heat is unbearable. Sometimes daytime you'll just burn. That's why they wear full sleeves, they cover their body so they don't get so much sunburn. In those conditions, if these fragrances last and perform, imagine in your states, like United States, Europe, or some other countries, or Japan, Indonesia, where it's cold mostly, how this is going to perform. I read a very funny comment. One guy said, I had some sort of sinus or something. It all got clear thanks to this fragrance, and he was being sarcastic, but he meant the performance, right? So be careful. I'm telling you why I compare with Hawas Fire, because this one has some elements as well. Like, it's sweet, it's sweeter than this one, but both Middle Eastern brothers. Okay, Dubai, Saudi, right? So if you order these from Saudi, I mean, you have to pay. Being in Dubai, I think Nixon paid a fair bit of courier charge, parcel charge, so you have to bear that. So I don't know how you're gonna resource this, but I would not say it's don't go for $100. Okay, $100, even if you can get the 200 ml for, let's say in Bangladesh, $60, $70, this one shouldn't be more than 55 or 45, like that. That'd be a perfect price. More than that, if you want to buy, you can try. So overall, very impressed with this fragrance. And I'll tell you, the 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 last dry down, it's the most challenging part. Opening is a bit challenging, but it gets more challenging as the time progresses. So bear that in mind. Get a sample first of all. If possible, do not blind buy this. Okay, but if you want a performer, if you want to wow a whole block of people, like they use their usual Chanel's, Dior's, Coach, Prada, this fragrance will definitely wow them. And they don't smell this scent profile perhaps in an area like a lot. This is not a very common scent. So yeah, again, once again, I don't know how close this is to the Bulgari's Gan that people said. this is a dupe very close to it, and then 3 times more performance. I take their word for it. Okay, overall this is a quality house, and I would say this is like a 9 out of 10. Okay, that quality. Thank you so much for watching. Let's do a list, then we'll upload this. Take care, have a nice day. Bye bye.